28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They go play action now. Jackson. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Play action. Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. Oh, wide open. Complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Kyle Pitts, 51 yards. And the Ravens will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert, and he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Warren. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. To throw is Rodgers. One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. He was back there forever. You got to get rid of the football there.
I mean, the amount of time he had was probably double what you normally have to throw the football, and he doesn't find anyone, so you're exactly right. He's got to get rid of it. But the next question I would have is, what were the receivers doing? In that amount of time, someone's got to find their way open.
Because the normal time, 3.5 seconds to get rid of it.
Somewhere in that neighborhood, and they really doubled that. That's not supposed to happen where he still has the football, and he ends up losing it.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Jackson, and Walker has it. And down in inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Hey, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
And I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch, not much yardage afterwards.
Second and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
In motion left, Flowers. Jackson looking to throw on third. On the move to his left. Touchdown! Zay Flowers from 6 yards away. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded in the end zone. He'll opt not to bring it out. A touchback, and they'll begin at the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Even, fourth down, even. Kill.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Raheem Mostert, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here we go.
Now Jackson on second down. Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
Well, they've looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively. Just too hard to keep him under wraps. He delivers a big play here for this offense.
They go play action with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And the end result of that play, you're almost not sure what you really want, because when he gets outside of the pocket, you actually hold your breath because you think he's going to run for big yardage. But when he chose to pull it down and throw it, and a play was made to knock it away, that's a pretty good end result. Not one you expected when the play began.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Play fake. Here's Jackson. Crossing route incomplete. He's got Pitts. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Fourth down. Here's Jackson. It's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. Running left, here's Mitchell to the 27-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Right back to Mitchell here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's been at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. To throw is Jackson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Rolling to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
On second down, here's Mitchell. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And running with power here. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
A run with Mostert up the middle.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here's Mostert.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Mostert.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point safely through. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson now.
This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. Great job of tackling there to prevent the first down.
One of the toughest skills in football, open field tackling. A lot of times one-on-one against a shifty receiver. He got it done in a nice way that time.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range. But they're going to go for it. Now it's Jackson.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just scared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
To throw again is Jackson, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Zay Flowers
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This taken in right around the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 4.
Now Rodgers.
Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down. Throwing is Rodgers. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Roquan Smith buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers, got to have this one. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Well, at this stage of the game in the 2nd half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Steps away to his left. And he'll get this one to Cooper, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's Jackson. And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Kyle Pitts, a beat.